Okay. Hello, Alec.
Hello, Miss Cameron.
Today we're going to read a story called Baby Wren and the Great Gift. Go ahead and try to read that for yourself. So put your finger on the first word.
Baby Wren and the Great Gift.
So this story is about Baby Wren as she just tries to discover her great gift, which is her special talent. Do you have any special talents?
I play bass guitar.
Oh, nice. Do you think she can play bass guitar?
No, but I think she can probably sing.
Oh, so she can sing. So let's discuss what we know about birds. So Baby Wren is a bird. So what do you know about birds?
Birds can fly.
Okay, so let's write that down. They can fly. What else can birds do?
They can sing.
They can sing. And do you know anything else about birds?
They eat bugs.
They eat bugs. Good. Anything else?
They build nests.
They build nests. Really good job. Anything else?
They lay eggs.
They lay eggs. All right. Is there anything you think you can learn from this book or you want to know about birds?
Let's think. How fast a wren can fly.
How fast a wren can fly. Anything else?
What kind of song the baby wren's gonna sing.
What kind of song? All right, good. So we will begin reading. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to start by reading one page and then you'll read the next page.
Okay.
All right, so I want to know what you see in the illustration. Where do you think the bird is?
I see the birds in like a crack with a nest. Surrounded by some plants and stuff.
Yeah, so what would you say like the setting is?
Somewhere near a river.
Yeah, kind of like a river, a lake, somewhere outdoors. So I'll read the first one. In the narrow crevice of a giant rock face in a great wide canyon, a baby inside her tiny nest peeped out. So go ahead and put your finger here.
The baby was little and brown and a wren, and she watched in the air from her nest in the sky.
So after reading that, where did we learn that baby wren really lives?
She lives in a nest.
A nest, but where in this paragraph there's a word that...
A canyon.
A canyon. Good job. So let's turn the page. Anything new you see?
I see butterflies.
Butterflies. What do you think this is over here?
I have no idea. Maybe a turkey or something. It's hard to tell.
All right, so a turkey. So I'll do this. And the world was filled with such wonderfulness. Monarchs in the milkweed, breezes in the switchgrass, and a glittering river that ran on.
The baby hopped out onto the ledge just then in a flash of blue.
So now what we've learned that there's monarch butterflies. Anything else new we learned?
Well, we know now for sure it's a river.
A river, yeah. So in a flash of blue, what do you think the flash of blue was? You said a turkey? Let's find out. Ooh, do you think that's a turkey? What do you think that is?
That is not a turkey. It's maybe a fishing kind of bird because it's eating a fish.
Yeah, good job. A kingfisher dived down into the river and came up and out with a fish. Oh, said the tiny wren, how wonderful! Come fishing with me, the kingfisher said. But I can't dive, said the baby.
The kingfisher flew low over the water and away. Why aren't I a kingfisher? Wondered the baby, so I could fish too.
So What did we learn in this page?
That the kingfisher is a very nice bird. He asked the wren to come fish with him. But the wren is interested to see if it can fish too.
Yeah, so do you think fishing is baby wren's special talent?
No.
No. All right. So what do we see in this illustration now?
We see a raccoon and some more butterflies.
Butterflies.
And the raccoon is climbing something.
All right. But no one answered. Monarchs played in the milkweed, a breeze rustled in the switchgrass, and the glittering river ran on.
The baby crept along the wall. Just then, some ring-tailed cats scampered up the rock face.
Oh, so it's not a raccoon, it's a...
ring-tailed cats.
Yeah, ring-tailed cats. What do you think the ring-tailed cat's special talent is?
Probably climbing.
That's a good guess. They did cartwheels on their ringtails. Oh, said the tiny wren, how wonderful! Do cartwheels with us, they said. But I don't have a ringtail, said the baby. The ring-tailed cats cartwheeled together up the rocky face and away.
Why aren't I a ring-tailed cat? The baby wondered. So I could do cartwheels too.
So what do you think their special talent was?
Well, their special talent is doing cartwheels.
Cartwheels. Do you think that's baby wren's special talent?
No.
No. All right. What do you think is different in this picture? What's new?
They're showing under the water.
Oh.
So we see fish now that
Fish.
are not being eaten.
All right. Do you think the fish have any special talents?
Breathing underwater.
Breathing underwater? All right. Let's find out. But no one answered. Monarchs played in the milkweed, a breeze rustled in the switchgrass, and the glittering river ran on.
Just then, some sunfish splashed around and around in the water.
All right, so what kind of fish are these?
These are sunfish.
Sunfish, and you thought their talent is breathing underwater. Oh, said the tiny wren, how wonderful! Come and splash with us, they said. But I can't swim, said the baby. The sunfish dropped back into the deep, dark water.
Why aren't I a sunfish? The baby wondered. So I could swim and splash too.
So what were the special talent of the sunfish?
They could swim and splash.
Yeah, they could swim and splash. Do you think that's baby wren's special talent?
No.
No. What do you see new in this one?
I see some new birds.
Some new birds. You want to take a guess at what kind of birds those are? Any idea?
I'm gonna say falcons.
Falcons. But no one answered. Monarchs played in the milkweed, a breeze rustled in the switchgrass, and the glittering river ran on.
Just then, the winds picked up, and a great storm blew into the canyon. The baby hopped back to the ledge. High above her, two eagles circled in the sky.
All right, so what kind of birds were these?
These are eagles.
Yeah, eagles. Good job. Oh, said the wren, how wonderful. Come and see the thunderclouds, they said. But the storm is too big for me, said the baby. The eagle soared higher and higher and away.
Why aren't I a brave eagle? The baby wondered. So I could fly in the stormy sky. What can I do that's wonderful? She asked.
So what were the eagle's special talent?
That they could soar really, really high.
Yeah, they could soar high. Is that baby wren's special talent?
Apparently not.
Nope. What do you see new in this picture? What's happening with the illustration?
She's looking over the canyon.
Canyon. What about the sky? Does it look a bit different to you?
Yeah, it's a little bit darker now.
It's darker. And just then, the sun painted the whole canyon pink. Go ahead and read this one.
The tiny fairy bird sat very still and very quiet and looked and looked and looked.
What do you think baby wren's looking at?
Probably looking at the sky.
And what she saw couldn't fit inside her. It bumped into her heart. It dazzled in her eyes. It pushed on her throat until the tiny trembling bird, with all her tiny might, sang by herself a song. Do you think that's Baby Wren's talent?
Yes.
What's she doing in this picture?
Looks like she's singing.
Oh, so let's find out what she's singing.
For all of the sky and shining sun, for milkweed monarchs and rivers that run, for kingfishers, sunfish, ring-tailed cats, for eagles and thunderclouds and storms blowing through.
And that I'm here too. Thank you.
And her bright carol reached down to the river and leaped off the cliff walls and soared into the sky.
You are only little, called the eagles, but your song is bigger than the whole canyon. How wonderful. What do you see? Do you see any of the same animals that we
Yes.
learned before? What do you see?
See the ring-tailed cats and the eagles and the kingfisher and the sunfish.
Nice. All right, go ahead and read this page.
And the kingfisher dived, and the ring-tailed cats climbed, and the sunfish splashed, and the eagles soared.
And a little wren filled the air with singing.
And the glittering river ran on.
All right, nice job. All right, did you like that book?
That was a good book.
Yeah, it was a good book. So, did it match what we know? Did we learn? We knew that birds can fly and that they can sing. They eat bugs, they build nests, and they lay eggs. Let's see what we wanted to know. How fast a wren can fly. Did we learn that?
No, we didn't learn that.
No, so that's things we still need to learn. And that is how fast a wren can fly. But did we learn what kind of song?
Kind of?
Kind of. What would you describe it as?
A song of thanks.
Sing a song of thanks. Good job. All right, so now I'm going to ask you a few questions about the story. So who was the story about?
It was about Baby Wren.
Baby Wren, good job. Who else was in the book? Do you remember?
There was a kingfisher,
A kingfisher,
some sunfish,
sunfish, good.
some ring-tailed cats,
Yep, ring-tailed cats,
some eagles.
and eagles. What was the story about?
The story was about Baby Wren trying to find her great gift.
Yes, so Baby Wren trying to find her great gift. Do you remember what the kingfisher's great gift was?
It was fishing.
Yeah, they could dive and they could fish. What about the sunfish?
They could splash and swim.
They could splash and swim. Good. And the ring-tailed cats?
They could climb.
They could climb. There's something else they could do. Do you remember what it was? It was their special talent.
They could do cartwheels.
Yeah, they could do cartwheels. And what about the eagles?
They could soar.
They could soar and go really high. Good job. So, do you know when about the story took place?
It took place over the course of a day.
Yeah, over a course of a day, because she woke up with the sun and then it set. So, good job. Where did the story take
It
place?
took place in a canyon.
A canyon. What else was there?
It took place in a river.
Yeah, a river and a canyon. What's your best guess on why the story was important to tell?
The story was important to tell because everybody has a unique gift.
Yeah. So Baby Wren found hers.
Mhm.
How did the story end?
The story ended with Baby Wren discovering that she is a great singer.
Yeah. Good job. Does this story relate to your life at all?
A little bit.
How does it relate to your life?
Well, my siblings all have different gifts, and I found my different gift in bass playing.
Nice. All right, good job. For this project, I decided to use the story Baby Wren and the Great Gift. There are many reasons why I decided to use this book, but one of the main reasons was because it has very bright illustrations that go really well along with the story, so it can help the reader make inferences by looking at the illustration first, so we could discuss that. And it tells a really great story that is relatable for the reader, and it's really interesting. It also kind of has a repetitive pattern, so it kind of helps reinforce the story to the reader. So this book and activity will help with Common Core Standard English Language Arts 1 for grade 2. This book is really good for second graders. It really has a strong who, what, when, where, why, and how. So reading this book and asking those questions after can really reflect this Common Core standard.